Beautiful day today. Got a big rainstorm. We get rain every day, haven't we? So it makes it green around here. Come and visit us. We're the folks who believe God ought to get the glory for His creation. We're on Rumble, Kent Hovind Official. We're on Genesis Baptist Church on YouTube. We're on Odyssey and a whole bunch of programs listed on drdino.com. Tonight, comments on comments. I've been finding some strange ones, brother. We got some. Never mind. We'll get there in a minute. Okay, tonight, February. Let's see, what's this? May the 18th. Coming up. Soon is our Creation Boot Camp next month, so be sure to plan to come down here for that, spend a couple days. Matt Powell's going to be speaking, Brian Young, we're still working on that, Bill Morgan, Science and God. We have a great boot camp. Come on down, learn how to be a creation speaker. Okay, I did a series several years ago about God's amazing animals A to Z. Joe, how many total different series, how many different videos were there total?
Oh man, I don't know.
Probably, each letter of the alphabet probably has 6 or 7. 5 or 6 on each letter of the alphabet. Okay, so that's 150. We're missing a couple. If you recorded that series, call Joe, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 4. Say, Joe, which ones are you missing? Okay? Maybe you can post a link on which ones. If we can't find it, we're going to produce the series anyway, because I think there's enough good information in there to be a good course and to learn about God's amazing creation. So if you can, extension 1, we said we need the Adam and the ant. I actually changed that to extension 4. Okay, call Joe. We sold some of our side-by-sides. We've got 2 more to go if you want to buy one. Bought a Jeep to give tours. How many took the tour today in the Jeep? You guys did, didn't you? Is that fun or what? I love it. Yeah, okay. We'd like to get another one just like it, as near as possible, just like it. Yellow if we can, make it match, have, you know, like Jurassic Park, have our tours around here. A Jeep Wagoneer, we paid about $12,000 for that one. It's an 07 model, yep.
Wrangler.
A Wrangler, yeah, Wrangler. Not Wagoneer. Why did I say Wagoneer for? It is a Wrangler, yeah, okay. We'd like to get another one. Take the doors off, take the roof off, and go for a tour. So come on down, visit us, Dinosaur Adventureland. Now, we took the real tour. How many of you got a little bit scared on the real tour? It's fun. Come on down. Our side-by-side, our 6-passenger Yanmar, ours is a black one, but I just grabbed a picture real quick off the internet. Looks like that. We've been using it here at the camp. All of our side-by-sides never leave the property, and we're done with it. We want to get Jeeps instead. So if you want a Wrangler for about 12 K, say this is the one DAL had, or our Kawasaki Mule. We also need to sell our 2015 4-door loaded Jeep. Should be Wrangler. Misspelled that. Wrangler. 6-speed manual. I drive it back and forth to town once in a while. Brother, people stare at me like, what is this? I don't know who fixed it up, but they put a whole new grill on the front. It looks like a monster truck. And a hood. Anyway, it's a 6-speed. You ought to follow me on the tour. You want to shift gears 8,000 times while you're going around through the mud? I don't want to do that. I want an automatic. Okay. It's only got 67,000. I think that's right. Huge tires, loaded with everything. It's impractical for us. It's a beautiful vehicle. I don't want to get it. We get ours muddy. Right. Yeah, okay. So it's too nice for our tours. If you want to help buy that, give us money to get another one, help us out. Looking for a long-reach excavator to clean out our 16 lakes and ponds and deep fishing holes. They go anywhere from $50,000 to $180,000, you know, need a long-reach excavator. This one was in Mobile, perfect, sold for $60,000. I missed it. Has the wide tracks and everything, so so nobody can sink it. Okay, Rex, There's one in West Virginia. Man, that's a long reach. Okay. Joe Taylor's Fossil Museum. Joe died, and a good friend of mine, he came here and spoke at boot camp last year. Got a lot of fossils in Crosbyton, Texas. Good luck finding that. If you want to help us buy some off his nephew to help pay Joe's medical bills, please let me know. Okay. Help us grow, reach the world for Christ. Subscribe to our channel, and come visit Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama, straight north of Pensacola, 70 miles, and right across the interstate. Tonight, comments on comments. Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. We believe God made everything in 6 days. He said so in the 10 Commandments. Remember the Sabbath, for in 6 days the Lord made heaven, earth, sea, dinosaurs. I added that part, and everything. He made it all, folks. Don't tell the kids the dinosaurs lived millions of years ago. You're lying to the kids. Stop lying to the kids. God said He made everything in 6 days. Dinosaurs lived with man. Get my video number 3 for more on that. That's not it. That's the Hovind theory. Okay. But we got them in the whole video series. Let's see, where to go? Here we go. Creation Seminar Series, 18 hours, $50 for the whole thing. Get 3 of them for $100. Give them to your friends and neighbors and enemies. Okay. We believe the evolution theory is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. Get my video number 5, which is included in here. And that's the one when they came and arrested me, they said, get every DVD number 5 you can find. Got to take those out of circulation. They didn't get the master. Okay. Let's see. The fool said in his heart, there's no God, and you're a fool if you're an atheist. We're here to help you. We really are, okay? I make fun of you because I enjoy it. But you need to get saved, all right? Come visit Dinosaur Adventureland. It's free. Lots to do around here. How did your kids like Dinosaur Adventureland today, brother? You want to come up and say anything about it? Invite the world? No, the guy behind you, let me get a chair over here. Okay. All right. There. Tell them who you are, where you're from, and how you liked the ministry, and how was the entrance price and all that stuff. Go ahead.
John Davison from Arkansas.
And
the price was pretty excellent. It's hard to beat.
Hard to beat, 0. That's right. And how old's your youngest?
8.
8. How did she like it?
I think they all liked it really well.
Did they try the giant swing off the tower?
Yes.
Did you try the giant swing off the tower?
Yes.
You did? Okay. It teaches the difference between believing and trusting, doesn't it?
It didn't seem that scary, really.
Okay. Anyway, well, good. So you encourage people to come here?
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of work I see that needs to be done. So
Yeah.
if you got free time, this is the place to use it.
You do construction, right?
I do,
So
but I don't have free time.
Well, the Lord might be calling you to come stay for a day. This whole place built by volunteers and donations. It's been just stunning watching God pull it together. All right. Well, thank you so much, brother. Come back often, all right? Make this your vacation spot. We had a family come here once. They spent 3 days here and then 3 days at Disney. And on the way home, the kids said to the parents, why did we waste 3 days at Disney? We got Disney beat up here. Okay, come on up. Dinosaur Adventureland, it's all free. Come on, pay us a visit. All right. Science Center is amazing. Get our video series, and we take tours. There's the side-by-sides we're selling. Let's see, the back one is the Kawasaki. Yeah, okay. No, I don't remember. That's an old picture. Huh?
The front one, first one.
Front one, okay, Kawasaki, yeah. We sold the Polaris. Okay, take the real tour, the Science Center tour, the farm tour, the playground tour. Okay, it's all been built by volunteers. Join our 777 Club if you want to help us pay for all this. Go to drdino.com, say, I like what they're doing. I'm going to become a supporter, $1 a day if you can. Take us on as your missionary. Just make any checks to CSE. Let's see, why is that in there twice? Okay, my Woe series. Okay, comments on comments. We're not quite live yet. I mean, I'm alive, but we're not recording live. So it's coming though, brother. We're going to have real internet out here. They just got electricity in Lennox, last month? Yeah. When I got the property, they said, you're out in the country, man. They got to pump in the sunshine. They said the moonshine flows freely around there, but the sunshine, they got to pump it in. So we can't do people in the chat. Anybody in the room have comments that you want to make or questions? Go ahead. Okay, this guy writes in, Richard Dawkins, you can dispute exactly what's meant by nothing, but whatever it is, it's very, very simple. Audience, laughter. Richard Dawkins, why is that funny? George Pill, well, I think it's a bit funny to be trying to define nothing. Because he said the universe came from nothing. Okay, what exactly is a nothing? I would like a jar of them.
2 kinds of nothing.
There's 2 kinds of nothing. That's right. Certain kinds of stupid just aren't fixable, folks, okay? Just give it up, all right? Let's see. I'm honestly surprised Kent is still using his sunken treasure chest analogy like it doesn't apply the way he uses it at all. It's pretty ridiculous when talking about the age of the earth and universe. Well, Red Cat, let me explain to you, maybe you'll understand it. If you found a sunken ship with a treasure chest and you wanted to know when it sank, it would be logical to look at the dates on the coins, wouldn't it? If you find a coin in there from 1750, you should be able to figure out the boat sank after 1750. Now, there are lots of indicators about the age of this earth, lots of them. The earth is spinning, but it's slowing down. Well, that's an indicator we can do some math on and figure out it can't be billions of years old. The moon's getting further away from the earth. Well, that means it used to be closer. We can do some math on that. We'll do that when we redo our seminar part 1, but it's already on. A lot of it's already on there. Seminar Part 1, The Age of the Earth. If you want to get that one. So there's all kinds of scientific indicators. This Earth cannot be billions of years old. It just can't be. You might like it to be billions of years old to make your theory sound reasonable. I'm sorry, get a new theory. The sun is burning an awful lot of fuel every second. Okay? The salt is increasing in the ocean. Niagara Falls erosion rate. There's all kinds of common sense indicators. It's not billions of years old. I know that's your pacifier. You got to have billions of years to keep happy and keep from crying. I know, I'm sorry. Get a new theory. That's what you need. All right. What exactly is nothing? Well, it's very simple. Let's see. Honestly, let's see. Right here. Big Bang equals big lie equals no idea what I'm talking about. Lewis. Lewis apparently doesn't think he knows what he's talking about. Well, Lewis, we can help you. Okay? Big Bang is stupid. It didn't happen. It's a big lie. There's no evidence for it. We see stars giving a red shift. End of story. Does that prove it came from a Big Bang? No, not at all. We covered that last night. We'll cover much more on that later. Okay. Let's see. Their Pope agrees with George. Oh, that would be George Lamatri. Okay, yeah. Baptist heavyweight. It's funny how the unholy Roman Catholic Jesuit Church rolls the red carpet out for atheists. You know, it's funny to me, Joe, and some of the guys and girls who've left here angry go right to the atheist channels. Have you noticed that? They do programs on the atheist channels. What is wrong with you? Come on now. Dr. Hovind, thank you for debunking evolution and the globe Earth. Well, now, Carl, I do debunk evolution. I do not debunk the globe Earth. Don't try to sneak that in on my show. The Earth is a ball. It is round. It turns about 1,037.6 miles an hour at the equator, depending upon your altitude, okay? It is a ball, roughly a little less than 8,000 miles in diameter. Stop the dumb flat Earth stuff. The only part that's flat is Kansas. The rest of it's round, okay? Let's see. Abiogenesis fails. I agree. How did life get started? Okay. Bojan, the Earth was never a hot ball of rock. Robert Gentry proved that with the polonium halos. I agree. I know Robert Gentry. I knew him. That belief that the granites formed as hot magma slowly cooled over millions of years. Robert Gentry wrote a great book called Creation's Tiny Mystery. When they look at granite through a microscope, you find little bitty halos. You know, if you exploded a hand grenade in a block of Jell-O, a big block of Jell-O, the fragments would all fly off a certain distance and leave a ring of hand grenade fragments. Depending upon the power of the hand grenade, it make a bigger ring or smaller ring, okay? Common sense. So I went and met with Robert Gentry back, 20-some years ago. He died here recently. And I got to see the polonium halos. Basically, polonium-218 makes a certain size ring, and it's found in the granite slabs. He said, wait a minute. Polonium has a really, really short half-life. It only exists for 3 minutes. So in order for it to leave a ring in the granite, now follow me, the granite was never liquid. If a hand grenade exploded in the water, would the fragments fly out and stay frozen in a ring? No, they'd all fall down in the liquid. But if the hand grenade goes off in a block of Jell-O, now you go out and they stick. The only way to get a polonium halo is to have it already solid when it happens, which means the granite was never a hot molten mass. Oh, atheists were looking at evolutionists were loving his work on polonium halos. Wow, this is great. Look at all this. Till they realized, oh no, this disproves our theory. The Earth was never a hot molten mass. That's correct. Get his book or go to halos.com. Get his website on radiopolonium halos. They are proof the Earth was never a hot molten mass. Okay, let's see. Neil deGrasse Tyson did a show, Science versus Young Earth Creationism. Just by the title, look what they're trying to do. They're trying to imply that evolution is part of science, aren't they? Evolution is a religion, Neil. It's not a science. There's no science for evolution. I love science, and you know a lot of science, no question. But you mix your religion with it freely, and evolution is a religion, nothing more. So on this show, I got some comments off of here. It's from a couple of years ago. Let's see. Comments. A fan reports that the Creation Museum, that would be Ken Ham's museum, cites an old pre-Hubble discrepancy about the age of the oldest stars. Some of the textbooks I have here say the universe is 18 billion years old. Some say 15, some say 13. Hey, what's a few billion among friends, okay? As evidence against science and for the young earth creationism. They always put the ism on creation. The ism should go on evolution. I do a lot of my debates, and I'll start off, flash up my title, Creation versus Evolutionism. And I just watch the look on their face. They look at it like, something's wrong here. I can't quite figure out what it is, but something ain't right. It's the ism on evolution, guys. Okay, great. Like communism, Nazism. Okay. Anyway, belief that the universe is just thousands of years old. Watch astrophysicist, Neil deGrasse Tyson and Eugene Mirman debunk their claim. Well, Neil or Eugene, I'll debate both of you at the same time. Where's the evidence for evolution? I'm contending there is no evidence of any animal ever changing to a different kind of animal. You guys want to have a chart with the amoeba turning to everything, and you think you're related to a strawberry like Professor Dave. Okay, discussing why creationism shouldn't be considered real science. Well, Neil, evolution shouldn't be considered real science. It's a religion, it's a fairy tale. Let's see. So we can make mistakes in scientific data that lead to blunders. I can understand that. You can be off, and you're way off on your dates totally. It's not 18 billion or 13 billion, it's 6,000. Whole universe, okay. Here's our second most popular video of the year, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Okay. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance, Confucius says. Well, then you evolutionists ought to get up to speed now, come on, because science means knowledge. You don't know that a cow is related to a mosquito. You don't know that. You know cows produce baby cows. That's all we really know. That's all we've ever seen. New video, science versus creationism. Now, you got the Star Talk, I'm sorry. Should be evolution versus creation. They're both religions. I can't prove mine scientifically. I think it's the only logical conclusion. Just like if I said, I don't think anybody made this spoon. I think that's an illogical statement to make. Somebody made it. I have no idea who made it, don't know where, don't care. I lost interest. But somebody made it. How can you not get it? Let's see, they debunk the Creation Museum claims that science is wrong about the age of the earth. I don't think they debunked any such thing. Okay? But anyway, I was surprised when I found 38% of adult Americans believe the earth is less than 10,000 years old. Well, David, maybe they're right. How old are you, David? Are you more than 10,000? Do you have eyewitness evidence that it's more than 10,000? Remember, the evangelical population is about 35% of the population. Well, David, we're working on that. We're going to be 100% when it gets done. No say Earth is 4.6 billion years old. I don't understand that comment. Ashamed that 62% think otherwise. Me too, Godzilla freak. You 62% that don't believe God's word are the ones that are wrong. It's impossible to find factual evidence. Science's job is to find the closest thing to what we can currently find with technology. I've never understood how people can take that to mean, therefore religion is right. Okay, Thomas, every farmer in the history of the world will tell you potatoes produce new potatoes. Tomatoes produce tomatoes, cows produce cows, dogs produce cows. How many of you have ever raised a garden or had pets that had babies? Anybody ever had a pet have babies or raised? Did you ever see anything produce anything other than the same kind? No. I never have. I used to raise hamsters, a bunch of them, sold them to pet stores. Always made baby hamsters. Quickly. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I've never understood, and I believe the first part right there. Thomas, you don't understand. I believe you. Okay. Eddie writes, because the only way they can push their belief is to make a claim and not back it up by evidence. Well, stop right there, Eddie. You guys claim you're related to a mosquito. Where's the evidence? Where is the evidence of any animal producing anything other than the same kind? Come on, back it up, Eddie. There isn't any. Call it a religion like it really is, all right? Let's see, not backing up evidence, but by their scriptures, since they don't understand what empirical evidence is. Well, you're the guys that don't understand. Empirical evidence is testable, demonstrable. You can show me. You can show me some empirical evidence of a dog coming from a non-dog or producing a non-dog. Show me some empirical, and don't give me a fossil. Because when you find a fossil, all you really know is it died. You could not prove this clam fossil had any babies at all. Could you? All you know is it died. Now you can imagine that it had ancestors that were slightly different and gradually changing, and this is intermediate between two. You can imagine all you want. That's not science. Okay, Shipwright. For the scientist who has lived by his faith in the power of reason, the story ends like a bad dream. He has scaled the mountain of ignorance and is about to conquer the highest peak. As he pulls himself over the final rock, he's greeted by a band of theologians who've been sitting there for centuries. Wow, the Christians were right. Yeah, God made the world. They're right. We're already at the top of the mountain you're trying to climb. Okay. All right, let's see. Guy Stephen says, you're my favorite Christian teacher, Kent. I wish I'd come across you 15 years ago when I first got saved. By the way, folks, I have, since I've done this, okay, 1989, asked people, please copy my videos and give them away. Don't sell them. Okay, it's not your intellectual, nobody has permission to sell my stuff. If you want to copy it and give it to a friend, please do. We're not in this for the money. It takes money to live, I know that. But one guy in Dallas made 46,000 copies last I heard, gave them out. You be a missionary, video missionary. People will watch a video, you'll never get to come to church. So, yes, I wish somebody would have given you one 15 years ago, Stevie. So you pass them out to a lot more people are going to wish they'd seen it earlier. Not because it's me. I think it's good information. It glorifies God. Anyway, back to the story. Your creation series about lies in the textbooks, that's video number 4, and others, deceptions, were eye-opening and made total sense to me. Let's see, video 4, lies in the textbooks. I've got them crooked in here. Number 3, all about dinosaurs. I like that one. All right. Let's see. For the first 10 years or so being a Christian, I really didn't give much thought to where we came from and how long we'd been here. I don't know what I exactly thought. I can't remember. I suppose I was on the fence, but mainly out of ignorance and apathy. I'm just so glad that now I know the truth and can face God on Judgment Day without having to apologize for not believing what he said in Genesis. He said, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Jesus said, that's when Adam and Eve were made too. All in that first week. Bible says nothing died till Adam sinned. Bible says God made everything in 6 days. On the 10 Commandments. Did he lie? You atheists are calling him a liar. Okay. Isn't it amazing? The Bible describes the ant as female. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Proverbs 6:6. That is correct. How could they have known that the ant is female when not a God has told them? Apparently not English language, first language, but that's okay. But then it's the case that the Latin word for ant is formica, which is female formica, AEF. So equally gods of Rome, such as Jupiter, Minerva, and Mars, and Vesta, must be true. What kind of logic is that? Because Solomon said the ant is female, therefore the Roman female gods are true? What am I missing here, Billy? Did I? Plus, the Bible wasn't written in Latin. It was written in Greek and Hebrew. I don't care what the Latin says. Abiogenesis has no evidence. I agree. Religion is false, fake. Said your Bible has no evidence. Oh yeah? One atheist was arguing with a Christian. He said, if you can prove one Bible verse to me, just prove one scientifically, I'll believe it. Christian said, okay. He grabbed him around the neck and started twisting his nose back and forth till the atheist's nose starts bleeding. He said, what are you doing? Opened up to Proverbs. It says, the ringing of the nose bringeth forth blood. Proved it to you scientifically, didn't I? Religion is fake, but that's okay. Let's see, cough, cough. Okay. Tony. Abiogenesis has no evidence. Abiogenesis means the beginning of life from non-living material. There is no evidence it can happen. If a bunch of scientists could do it in the laboratory, all that would prove is it takes intelligence to make life. Wouldn't it? Yeah. He enrolled at the Catholic University in Leuven to study for an advanced degree in mathematics. Good. 1920, at age 26, he was awarded the highest distinction, Doctor of Sciences in Mathematics, for his thesis. Yay, good. So therefore, what he believes on everything else is right? Is that your logic here? Big bad mama? Big Bad Mama does a lot of promoting of me, whole channel. I think it's a man pretending to be a woman, or maybe, who knows, one of those. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I hit you with a purse. Another video of Kent proving once again he doesn't understand basic science. Well, J. Mons, what kind of generic statement is that? There's no meat on those bones. What exactly don't I understand? I understand cows produce cows. I understand there's no evidence of cows and mosquitoes being related, unless you want to believe that. That would not be science. Tell you what, J. Mons, call Standing for Truth, schedule a debate. Show me the science for evolution. I challenge you right here, right now. Come on, bring it on. Okay, let's see. For those who may not have been subscribed to his older channel for long, this redo he already did, talking about the Big Bang. He's done a remake of his Creation Seminole series, which may or may not be using on his video. Okay, pay attention. Wookie. 1989, what's that? Long time ago. 33 years ago, I started the ministry, started speaking on these topics. Creation, evolution, the age of the earth, the Garden of Eden, what was it like? I was constantly redoing them. I'm still working hours every day, adding new slides, improving. So the atheists have been complaining that my video series has references and quotes that are 15 years old. So if I don't redo it, they complain about the old references. If I do it with the new references, they complain it's the same stuff. You see, truth doesn't change, Wookie. Truth stays the same. Yeah. I'm simply updating the material. I know it's a futile attempt to try to make you guys, look at the obvious evidence. But if 30 years ago they said, the moon is getting further away, so about 1.2 billion years is the max age for the moon. That's what they say, called the lunar recession problem. So if I go through and find some more modern mathematics, and somebody says, yeah, that's right, they check it out. So if I publish a date that says 2023, now they're saying, he already said that. I'm just updating the slides, trying to make you guys get some common sense in your head. Wookie, I'm sorry, you don't get it. Okay, go ahead. He's already done this with his college series. Same thing. I redid it. I'll do it again too. Okay. Kent frequently runs out of topics and prefers to revert and stick to his scripted material. Joe, how many topics did I cover on that series you're going to be putting out on DVD?
There's 207 different.
207. Run out of topics. You have no clue what you're talking about, Wookie. Or is it whoopee? Short for whoopee cushion, I bet, isn't it? Okay. I have lots of topics I cover, don't I?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, we do the Making Babies series. I'll tell you what, whoopee cushion, why don't you answer some of those questions? I've given a whole bunch of animals and how they make babies and asked you guys to explain how this evolved. Why don't you do those? Huh? Just start on that one, okay? We go through the whole Bible verse. See, how many Bible books have we been through on our channel here? A bunch of them. Going through 1 Timothy now. Why, what do you mean run out of material? Scripted. I'm sorry you feel that way. Ask your mama if it's okay if you call Standing for Truth, and I'll debate you anytime. Okay, any questions or comments from here? Thank you for joining us. I believe my wife is hopefully back. I told her to get back because after Bible study, I'm going to invite everybody to my house for ice cream. Non-calorie ice cream.